In this video, I'm going to show you how the ultra-rich vacation in the Maldives here at the Four Seasons. Right now, I'm on a private island with about 100 villas for rent, and it ain't cheap. Here, overwater villas can cost over $10,000 a night. Today, I want to show you what a day of eating like the super rich feels like in the Maldives. Okay, I can honestly say I was not expecting this. You'll see an overwater villa tour. Let's see what's in here. I have no idea. Oh. A sample of the room service menu. They're so fancy. This isn't even the food yet. It's just like driftwood and flowers. And the most expensive private dining available here. This is a corndog suited to Bill Gates or one of his friends like Epstein. But first, let's take a look at how we got here. Welcome back to the mainland. Right now I am in Malé, about to make my way to the Four Seasons Island. Here's how it works. Today we went to the normal Malé airport to check in. Then they brought us over here to the seaplane airport. There are tons of different resorts working out of this resort because there's one of two ways to get to the resort itself. Either by boat, or if the island is too far, we need to take a seaplane. Ooh, a plane is taking off right now. Very cool. That is going to be us soon. At last, we are headed to the Four Seasons Resort. Right here you can see all of the seaplanes, which look pretty dang cool. Ooh, blue ass water. All right, here is our plane in all its polka dotted glory. Right now I'm on the smallest plane I've ever been on in my life. I am 3 feet away from actually flying the plane. And this is the view. We have not landed because there is no land. We're going to a platform. And there's a boat. From here we have 2 minutes until we reach dry land. We have just arrived. It is unbelievably gorgeous. Blue ass water. Good morning and welcome to the breakfast restaurant. One thing that's really special about the breakfast here is that everything is brought in from the outside. And when I say outside, I don't mean mainland Maldives, because Malé, the most populated island in the Maldives, also is not growing anything. And that is one of the reasons this place is so expensive. So here we have 2 main sections. This is the hot counter and this is the cold room. Beyond that, they also do have a fruit station. Right here we have the hot counter. This place is full of action. First of all, you can make your own noodles here. They have egg noodles here and they have rice noodles on this side and a broth here that is bubbling away. Beyond that, they have the essential egg station. And then right here, the flat top. Yesterday they were making dosas. Today it looks like they are making a uttapam. This is a Indian breakfast food, but you could also get French toast, you could get crepes, you could get pancakes, or you could get waffles. All made up by my man right here. From the hot counter, we are headed to the cold room. First of all, they have the bakery section, including this French word I don't know how to say. Here they have croissants, cheese smashed potatoes. I may have to try that. Something I've not heard of before. Here, for people watching their figure, they have yogurt. This is the nut section. On the first day, I thought this was free alcohol. It turns out it's just a bar full of vinegar. But why? Salad bar, dry cereal for if you're 10 years old. Right here, the reason that they need to have a cold room in the first place, we have deli meat plus assorted cheeses. More carbohydrates. Right here, this island is my absolute favorite. This is where we can find a ton of Chinese and Asian food, like shumai and other steamed dumpling. They have fried bread, they have some kind of a fried paste on lemongrass. And out of all the foods here, this is the only Maldivian dish I actually see. This is a fish curry. So that is the breakfast spread. You may notice they have a lot of everything from every other country except for this one. But today, we changed that. I've requested ahead of time that I get a full Maldivian breakfast. What does that even look like? I don't know. I've never had food from the Maldives. I'm about to find out. Let's take a look. Is this my breakfast?
Yes. Breakfast.
Okay. I can honestly say I was not expecting this. The time has come. Please. Ooh, take a look at that. You gotta move the light. Oh, there we go. All right, folks. Let's get into it. It's Maldivian breakfast time, and this looks incredible. What a spread. If I know anything about the Maldives, it's a bunch of small islands. So there's certain foods you're gonna find and certain foods you're not gonna find. First of all, you're not gonna find pork, and that's because this is a Muslim country. Second, you're not gonna find beef, because where the heck would they raise them? So what are you gonna find? You're gonna find a lot of seafood and coconuts. Here we can see that exemplified. Let's start in the middle. I'm told this is bread that is stuffed with tuna. There it is. Let's give it a shot. I like it. You know what it is? It's a fish sloppy joe. It's not that tuna eat. You taste some dry tuna flakes, but mostly it's very flavorful, very well spiced. Moving on to the next food. Right here, tuna croquettes. Croquette is just a fried ball with stuff inside, and there is that stuff right there. It looks like we have other vegetables, turmeric. Let's give it a shot. Potato too, and also tuna. Very nice. There's hints of Indian influence, but it doesn't taste quite like Indian food. It's something different. But speaking of Indian food, this one right here is kind of like an Indian chaat. So it's puffed rice mixed with, can you guess? Tuna. Let's give it a shot. Very nice. A ton of spices and spicy. The puffed rice has become a bit soggy. It's not so crunchy anymore. There is tuna, but I gotta say, nothing actually tastes very tuna-y so far because of all the spices inside. It tastes also like some tomato. Very nice. I'm gonna try one more. I wanna end on a protein. Right here, we have some octopus. This is an octopus that looks absolutely caked in spices. Soft, tender. The flavor is potent, but not overdone, not over-seasoned. It's very, very nice. So that is breakfast here at the Four Seasons, but today is gonna be a jam-packed day. From here, we're gonna be seeing what an overwater villa looks like. From there, we're gonna be ordering one of the most expensive room service options they have here at this resort, and trust me, when I say expensive, this place is expensive. And finally, we're gonna be wrapping up with the most expensive private dinner you can get here on this island, and that will be at the end of the video. But in the meantime, we are headed to the villa.
When you're on an island like this, and it's finally time to switch off, you may find out that turning down the noise isn't so easy. Sometimes the problems you've been outrunning have been waiting for you, and the most important conversation you can have is with someone trained to listen.
BetterHelp is our paid partner, and they built the whole thing around the part most people get stuck on, which is just getting started. When you're at a point in life where money is getting tight, the worst part isn't the number in the account. The worst part is the low-grade anxiety that follows you around from morning to night, and the voice inside that convinces you that if you just worked a little bit harder, you'd finally be able to exhale. Listen, therapy won't pay your bills, but it loosens the knot beneath them, which, when you're trying to build something, is the difference between running on fuel and running on fumes. I thought being anxious about money was what made me work hard, but it turns out I was working hard in spite of it. And that kind of realization is exactly the sort of thing a good therapist helps you get to faster. I grew up dirt poor in a trailer house, so when I finally found this job where I could actually make money, it was difficult to not work myself nearly to death. But through working with my therapist, I was finally able to find some balance. Signing up to BetterHelp only takes a few minutes. You answer some questions, they match you with a credentialed therapist, and it all happens online, so you're not adding a commute to your week. If the first match doesn't click, you switch at no charge. Over 6 million people have used it, with a 4.8 out of 5 on the App Store. So get ahead of it. Go to betterhelp.com/besteverfood for 10% off your first month, or click the link in the description. Now, back to the show. With breakfast complete, it is time to take a look at the overwater villas. That is what separates the Maldives from any other resort around the world. The overwater villa is quite simply a villa that's over water. Along here, you can find a variety of 1-bedroom, 2-bedroom, and 3-bedroom villas. Today, we're gonna be showing you a 2-bedroom, and my gosh, this place is more beautiful than I ever imagined. Before entering, take a look down at this. Blue as water. At night, sometimes you could even see sharks swimming around in there. Very cool. Let's go inside. Whoosh. Can't stop the whoosh. So end the whoosh. As you enter the villa, you head straight into this communal central space between the 2 bedrooms. On this side, you have a large TV, right here a couch, and over here a desk overlooking the ocean. First, I'm going to show you the secondary bedroom, and then I want to show you the bigger master bedroom. Before we head into the second bedroom, right here we have a bar. There is a ton of booze. Right here, gin. And then you can have stuff like this. Whoosh. Double wine fridge. I can only drink those when my wife is sleeping or not watching. Let's see what's in here. I have no idea. Oh, a tall refrigerator. How many hotels and resorts do you go to when the refrigerator is built for my 2-year-old? Look at this thing. Oh, ice cream. There's ice cream? Can I tell you something? This is our first time going through this place. This is awesome. And they have an alarm going off because I've kept the fridge open too long. Right here, it seems that we have 2 different coffee makers and then a load of coffee options here. Of course, 4 different types of booze at your disposal. Boom, glassware, silverware, tea. That's what I do. I see bottles like this and I think, I want tea. Right here, more glassware and snacks. And finally, nothing. From the bar room, we are headed into the secondary bedroom right here. We have a simple table. Right here, we have a crib, and that is if you have a baby like we do. Not mandatory. Here, we have a big king bed, and then right here, we have a closet. Here, you can put your suitcase. And then right here, we have the secondary bathroom. But it still has 2 sinks, one on each side. On this side, we have the toilet room. On this side, we have the shower. And of course, in the middle, a bathtub. From the secondary bedroom, we are going past the bar, once again, past the living room and into the primary residence right here. This is also a king bed, but here there's a little bit more space and the bathroom is much, much bigger. Before we get to the bathroom, we have this giant closet space here for 2 people. Then this is the actual bathroom right here. There's a toilet, there's a bidet. While you're on the throne, you can look down through this glass and see fishes below you. Now, right here you could shower inside, which is cute, but you could also go here and shower outside. Here you can really get down with nature, be completely nude in the sun, and get that nice exposure where the sun doesn't typically shine. Talk about getting some vitamin D on your D. Let's go back inside. From the bathroom, we're gonna head outside into the patio. And compared to what you just saw inside, this space is about twice as big. Come take a look at this. This is kind of a meeting, breakfast table. Meanwhile, you're getting that epic ocean view. Let's take a look down these stairs. Right down here, there's an awesome net where you can get a great glimpse of the ocean as the sun goes down. You go down. Then here we have a staircase that goes straight into the ocean. Going back to the top, right here we have a couple of sunbeds, and then here we have a long pool. This is a fun feature. It's just a giant pillow that floats on water. Cool. In this space right here, we have some cover from the sun during midday. Here, another long table where you could eat. Or here we have kind of a lounging area with a giant swinging bed right here. And then there's this, an outdoor loft. Let's take a look what's up there. Here's what I think happens here. This is like a little getaway, an attic, a hideaway, a place where kids especially could feel like they have some privacy and they can play their board games or look at questionable content online without anybody monitoring them. Finally, on this side of the dock, we have 2 more sunbeds. We have this giant bed right here, and then a couple of showers. Lastly, we have this, a big, comfortable net seating area. You can look at the sharks beneath you. I mean, not right now, but at night they come out. Beware. So that is a 2-bedroom overwater villa here in Four Seasons. But guys, what is a villa except for a bunch of chairs and some water? When I travel, I do it for the food. And here they have some world-class in-room dining. I'm about to order that now. For breakfast, we already tried Maldivian food, but now for lunch, I really want to test the kitchen by ordering 3 different types of Asian noodles from all across Asia. I want to see if their kitchen can reproduce something that tastes like the real thing. Let's find out. Hello, have you brought food? Yes. Please, come on in. It's quite a balancing act. They're so fancy. This isn't even the food yet. It's just like driftwood and flowers. Very cool. All right, folks, right here we have 3 different types of Asian noodles, and I'm gonna try them one by one and see how they compare to the real thing. But before we get to the noodles, let's talk about the price. First of all, here we have a Vietnamese beef pho, $44. Here we have a Malaysian noodle, $48. Here we have a pad thai, $44. Now, that's not the best part. Beyond the actual price, they also have a service charge of 10%, which is good. You gotta take care of the staff. But then they have a GST, or a tax, of 17%. That means everything on the menu, multiply that by 27% more, and that's actually what you're paying. So for these noodles, plus 2 Vietnamese coffees, plus all the taxes, $205. The first one we're gonna be trying today is a pad thai. Right here, it has kind of an egg skirt, along with some shrimp, along with some sides. I'm gonna hit it with a little bit of sugar, some chili flakes, some of these nuts, and some lime. Citrusy, salty, a little spicy, a little sweet. It's got a little bit of everything. Beyond that, the noodles are perfectly coated, absolutely packed with flavor, and they're still elastic, stretchy, and absolutely delicious. Considering we're on an island in the middle of nowhere, far from Thailand, that is pretty damn good. I'm gonna give that a pass, just like my wife gave me after our first date. From here, we are moving from Thailand to the country of Malaysia. Right here, they have some microgreens. Again, thick rice noodles. All of this has been wok tossed, and then we have some giant prawns on the side. I mean, it looks greasy, heavy, dyed in brown goodness. This is a much more greasy noodle. It's got some of that wok hei, big plump shrimp. These noodles are fat and wide, perfect for soaking up all those sauces and all that flavor. This is a pass. Finally, we have our last dish right here, all the way from Vietnam. This is pho bo. Now, if you look deep within the bowl, you will notice the broth is missing, and that's because the broth is in here, nice and hot. Let's pour that delicious pho broth over those noodles. Here they have healthy, big pieces of beef. Beyond that, we have the broth and we have the noodles. Let's mix it all together and toss it back. Super tasty. The beef experience is so different because when you're eating it in Vietnam, it's like the beef is so thin. But here, there's big meaty chunks. It's quite thick. And then there's the broth. It tastes fatty, rich, concentrated. It tastes like they've made a proper pho broth using pork bones. That said, is it a pass or a fail? I gotta say, it's a pass. But this is just our in-room dining, and we still have one more meal remaining. The most expensive dining experience you could have on this island. A private meal in the middle of the ocean. But we're not having any typical 3-course meal. No. Today I am challenging the chefs with some unusual culinary requests. I'm gonna be putting their culinary creativity to the test. But first, we have to head into the ocean. So right now we're making our way to the meeting point, and oh my gosh, this looks good. There it is, right there, and it's very small. It's only about that big. If you look closely, they have a small boat over there, and I think that's what's going to be escorting us to dining in the middle of the ocean. Ahoy! Hello. Now, as we approach, I should mention that this is a very expensive dining option, and I'm going to reveal the price by the end of the meal. But first, let's just try to enjoy. Not you, me, the person spending all this money. Oh, we arrived. Wow. We've got candles and the table itself. So this is the mid-ocean dining platform. On this side, you see we have the staff. What's great is that between every course, they go back and forth between land and here to provide fresh, new food. And that's one of the reasons this is so dang expensive. Now today I've challenged the chefs with 3 different courses, each with their own unique limitations. For course 1, I've said all I want is a plate of corn, but make it fancy. It is time to see what the chef has come up with. Let's take a look. So right here we have our first course. Let's take a look at the description that they just sent me. It says corn fritter, corn on the cob, garlic, shallots, chilies, lime leaves, rice flour, bread flour, chili sambal gel, lime mayo, baby corn butter. So this is what I'm gonna call a corn nacho. It looks fantastic for a first course. Oh, interesting. Now that I'm holding it, it seems like more of a pancake than a tortilla. Let's give it a shot. Wow, the texture of the cake is like a thin, doughy pancake with tons of flavors piled on top. The corn, very present. Would I call this a plate of corn? Not exactly. But they have definitely utilized corn in a couple of different and creative ways. We have the whole corn kernels right here, but I'm most turned on by this, the baby corn butter, something that I didn't even know existed and perhaps did not exist until just now. So this is course 1. Let's see what they made for course 2. Right here we have course 2. Now for course 2, my challenge to the chef was to make a corn dog without using a sausage and to make French fries without using potatoes. And that's what we have right here. What is this exactly? Well, these are fried and breaded asparagus. Asparagus in French fry form, not bad. Meanwhile, right here, instead of using tomato, they have made a beetroot ketchup. It looks oddly pinkish purple. Let's give it a shot. Sweet, yet earthy. I like it. Meanwhile, here we have our corn dog. This is very creative. Here's how they describe it. This is a breaded salmon cream cheese maki. Then there's a garlic chili mayo that you see on the side, and on top of that, chopped up raw tuna. Let's give it a shot. I love that they could have gone with any type of maki, but they went with salmon and cream cheese. A little familiar. As somebody from Minnesota, this is my kind of sushi. But we still have 1 course remaining. Let's get to that now. With each moment that goes by, this dinner gets more and more romantic, and that's because it's about to intersect with a natural disaster. Now, I'm told when these chains are completely horizontal, that's when we have to leave. Right now, the winds are, I don't know, only enough to blow away a small child, not a fully grown adult like me. Right here we have our 3rd and final course, and my challenge to the chef this time was to make something undeniably Maldivian, but to elevate it. And that is what he's done here. Now you might be asking yourself, what am I looking at exactly? I don't know either, but I'm gonna read it to you and we'll both find out. On this dish, they have a sweet potato puree. They have lime leaf oil, hand-caught lobster, homegrown Landaa spinach, sweet potato crisps, homegrown sea grapes on top of the lobster, lobster emulsion sauce, and paprika oil. Step 1 before eating, pour the emulsion on top. Let's do it. Oh, shit. I accidentally poured the emulsion on my wife. I'm not sure what happened there. That's not happened since I was 16. Let's try again. It's literally coming out sideways. Nailed it. This is a big cross-section of lobster tail. We have that sweet potato puree. We want to scoop some of that up. We have that lobster emulsion that's splattered all over the place. Let's give it a shot. Wow, what a combination of flavors. Briny, sea grapes, the lobster tail, obviously the star of the show. Perfectly cooked, sinewy, but it's got a nice bite to it. My God, that was a tasty bite. That's nice. Not only is it delicious, but if you combine these ingredients with these weather conditions, you get kind of a work of art. This is not an accident. This is a Van Gogh Basquiat. So that is our main course out of 3, but let's talk about the price. For a meal like this, it's not cheap, though it would be cheaper if I ate alone. I didn't think about that. Okay, my wife did not like that idea. The price for this meal, this experience, and all the food altogether is $400 per person. $800 total to eat here in the middle of the ocean, just a short swim from the shore. But listen, when you're part of the ultra-rich like Bill Gates, the price is an afterthought. And the before thought is this gonna be yummy? And the before thought is, hey,